This is just a great Here it is. So next Christmas, I'm not all alone. Santa's coming. This is just a great so like I'm falling. Here it is. So next
Time to get going here. All right. Welcome everybody today. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate seeing everybody here. We're gonna kind of get started, but give you guys a chance to settle in here. First off, we want to start off with some formalities such as masks for the event. While at your table and seat. Welcome everybody today. Thank you very much for coming. We ask that when you're at the front of your speech up here, if you would like, you can also take your mask off, obviously, for speaking into the microphone. Our program is on your table, each of the tables there, so you can be prepared for the order in which our belt testers today will be speaking. We will have you come up in front. Let's use the microphone. So those that are watching live through Zoom, you need help making sure to get logged in there. Just talk to Miss Claire. Can hear you, and then we can present you with your belts. During this time, we'll have the instructors come up for a picture, and your family can take a picture up front too. We'll have time at the end of the program for even more pictures. So please feel free to enjoy your appetizers, each other's company, and we're going to go ahead and get started here in a moment. So just enjoy for a little bit. Thank you. Oh, I do.
I came down there today to deliver some. I'll be the fourth.
Another, okay, yes, it's okay. I have Rivera. Yes. So it is the sign into June or watching. Otherwise, let me send you this really quick.
No problem. I'm Carla right now.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. This is Claire. We stopped on the Grinch song. I think people wanted to hear, but you know, they'll get enough Grinch this Christmas probably. All right, so we'd like to welcome you guys again to the fall 2021 Black Belt graduation. This is the first test that was able to be conducted in person since the fall of 2019. Today, we will celebrate 17 new Black Belts, 3 new second-degree Black Belts, and Grant Vermeulen, who will be presented with his third-degree Black Belt. This is an event that is so meaningful to your instructors and staff because this testing process in particular really encompassed our families. Whether it was several family members testing together, grandparents and parents testing with their children, mothers and fathers testing to Black Belt who have children training, and vice versa. Many now have family that will follow in their footsteps and become Black Belts themselves. Every person here has the same thing in common, a tremendous support system from their family who help them invest their time and dedication to this process. Tonight, we not only celebrate our new Black Belts and their achievements, but we recognize those who have helped them make their goals possible. Their partners at home who may not have taken on more responsibilities. Their partners at home who may have taken on more responsibilities so that their spouses could train, friends who carpool to classes to make sure things could continue to train. Teammates and children are all reasons for continuing to train. Please, let's take a moment to honor your supporters who are here tonight, or maybe once again taking care of the home so that you could be here tonight. We are so thankful for your support. We also have our instructors here tonight, each of which has helped you for your success. From the Troutdale School, our host this evening for this evening's event, we have Mr. Jordan, Miss Michelle, Mr. Ortiz, and Mrs. Ortiz. They all play an important role here at US World Class Taekwondo. From the Sandy location, we have Mr. Christian, who continues to inspire those who step outside their comfort zones to help achieve their goals. And from Gresham, we have Miss Isabel, who is trained by your side. And I know that tonight she's grateful to be part of your promotion. I can speak for the entire USWC team when I say that is an honor to be here tonight to help you receive your black belts. Keep in mind that not hundreds but thousands of people have started this journey, and you did not quit. You continued on. We're here today to help celebrate that. A lot of you had obstacles along the way. You need to remember, whether physical, financial, emotional, or even just time restraints. But you've overcome all those obstacles. And at this moment, we want to remind you that you can do whatever you set your minds to. To be here tonight, you have spent countless hours training, overcoming injuries, balanced school, work, or both, performed at tournaments, won at tournaments, lost at tournaments, overcame personal tragedies, had amazing successes, and overcame adversity, such as training through COVID, to make it here to receive your black belts today. So congratulations to everybody. Let's give them a big round of applause, please. And I do want to say that me being scripted is not as much fun, but it's just a side note, a little bit of for me. First off, we're going to get started with our presentations here. We're going to get to hear from one of our Gresham students who tested for 3rd degree black belt, Mr. Grant Vermeulen. Come on up here, please.
I'm here to receive my 3rd degree black belt. I've been doing Taekwondo for 8 years. I started when I was 7, and I've had a lot of instructors over the years, and I've learned something from all of them. I started at the Sandy studio with Mr. DJ. He was my instructor until I was a Pum belt, and then Mr. Fisher came on and helped me get my black belt. Then a lot of instructors came and went. Then I started going to the Gresham studio with Master Sam. That is where I really started to improve, and I've been there ever since. Master Sam believed in me and was willing to put in the time and energy to help me improve. While I've had my 2nd degree black belt, I have competed in Puerto Rico and competed with some of the best athletes in the world. When COVID struck, we had to change everything. Tournaments were virtual, which meant endless hours of film. I tried out different styles of Kunsei, and Master Sam was always willing to help me with new competition. I had major challenges with my health when my knee started dislocating, and I finally had the surgery needed to correct the problem. And I am so grateful for the Taekwondo family for being so supportive and helpful and helping me through that difficult time. There were many challenges, but each one was worth it. And it's made me a better person and better athlete. I've had the opportunity to assist with classes and help other students reach their black belt goals. I think the things I've learned through my Taekwondo journey are to persevere, to accept both winning and losing, and grace with good sportsmanship. How to achieve my goals by taking one step at a time and to be always looking for the next challenge. I would like to thank all the instructors that have helped me to get to this point in my journey, and to also thank my mom and dad for their support. Most of all, I want to thank Master Sam for teaching me and always being patient with me. We've come a long way, and now we can focus on our next goal.
You need to introduce every person.
All right. As you can see up next on our schedule here, Miss Nora Rivera, come up, please. Woo!
Miss Claire, you have theirs.
Oh, my.
A little bit of time. Has anybody seen that YouTube thing about the magic table? I've got lots of magic tables in my life. One of them is black belt testing today, which means, for those that don't know what that is, it's this video of this husband who said there's a magic table every time he puts certain stuff on in the morning, it's miraculously gone. Stuff again. And so anyways, I always said I've got a lot of magic tables in my life. One of them is coming to black belt testing today. I just showed up and I'm like, okay, now what are these chairs for? And where's everything going on? My wife, of course, gets to deal with it. Okay, this is what's going on. This is what's happening. So, with that being said, I do want to thank all my magic tables in my life for making this and setting this all up. It's obviously because that magic table also wrote my speech today. Her name was not in it. So thank you, Miss Claire, for making all this possible for everybody. Behind the scenes, gets to deal with all of you guys, and whether happy or angry, usually angry. She gets to deal with you, and she handles it in a very politically correct way, for which I'm always, not from you guys, from other people, I'm sure. And under that mask, I'm still seeing those dirty looks, but it's okay. It's payback for running over the shoe this morning. I'm telling you, when I came out this morning, I totally get distracted.
We can actually talk about if there's a shoe in the garage, like whose fault is that?
Okay, when you pull into the garage and you run over a sandal, this is my winter sandal because I can wear it in the rain. You feel that. You feel that shoe when you hit it in the car. All of us hit shoes in the car before. You usually reverse, but we won't talk about it here. It's not the time or place, so I apologize. But obviously, it's still a little bit of a sore subject, but I'm going to get a new pair of sandals. So, thank you, Ms. Nora, for putting up with us, and we get this ready here.
Taekwondo has changed my life in so many ways. First of all, Taekwondo taught me this term, taught me to obey and listen. When I was younger, I had problems with people. I kind of like to do my own thing, but being a Taekwondo is something really great that you can speak. It could not be probably financially efficient for school. You might need about taking my Taekwondo should be leadership. I really need leadership. I personally think leadership and responsibility really young ages really important because it teaches you to become a responsible adult and make decisions. One of the main things everyone was change my life decisions. I make them smarter. I would like to thank everyone for helping me with I would like to give the biggest thanks to Master Sam for taking all the time. Yeah, to help me learn everything I needed. Master Sam has supported me in Taekwondo by always showing up to classes, teaching me new things, helping me practice, pushing me to become better at everything. Forms, shapes, my person. Taekwondo has been very helpful to me in my life and even to my family. Thanks to everyone who knows me.
Claire, I can take off my mask for a big picture, right?
That's up to who's receiving their belts, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, next up, Mr. Billy Rivera. Come on up here, please.
During the last 2 years, I have had the opportunity to practice speaking up, and I have had many chances to lead students in Taekwondo. My peers at church and my peers at 4-H. My peers 4-H group requires us to take on leadership roles where we lead for the 4-H pledge and to make decisions about how we want to learn new things. I have not wanted to speak up, and I let other people make decisions for me. But Taekwondo has taught me to not be afraid, ask what I want, tell people what I need, and use good skills. I'm so thankful for having the opportunity to learn lifelong skills and leadership. Taekwondo has helped me be more confident, like giving me the courage to not be afraid. I've learned a lot from being a black belt. I learned to be respectful to my parents, siblings, and to my friends. I've also learned to be a good example to other people and represent U.S. World Class Taekwondo. And I think that Taekwondo is language. Once you learn the language, it's easier to be able to learn other languages. Taekwondo is similar. Once I got my black belt, I found it a lot easier to learn new songs. When I got my black belt, it boosted my confidence, knowing I've worked hard and will pay off, and eventually reach your goal. Not only am I more confident in my forms, but now I will be able to talk to more people in operation.
And next up, as you can see on that schedule, is Miss Marissa Rivera. Come on up here, please.
Being in Taekwondo has taught me to never give up. I have been doing Taekwondo since I was 7 years old. There have definitely been times where I just wanted to give up. I'm so happy I did because my family taught me to appreciate it, and I started to realize how lucky I am to be able to be a part of it. Taekwondo has taught me to work hard. It has taught me to not just work hard in class, but it has taught me to work hard in everything I do. I've been taught to fight hard and to not give up. I've learned how to be self-disciplined and to persevere. After I earned my first degree, I had a drive in me that made me want to do my absolute best. The earning of my first degree gave me the willpower and the motivation to want to attend class and instructor club so that I could start working towards my second degree. I joined instructors club because I wanted to be more involved in Taekwondo. I love it because I get to help other kids. I get to help teach other kids what I love so much about Taekwondo. I also get to do something I am passionate about. Taekwondo has become such a big part of my life. I love going to class and learning new things. It has taught me I can achieve anything. It has also taught me to be responsible when it comes to taking care of my brothers and sisters. I've also learned to be self-reliant and take initiative when doing my schoolwork. I have learned leadership skills that help me at 4-H. When I first started 4-H, I had to give speeches and talk to people in order to get help and learn new things about how to take care of my animals. I did not like to do any of these things. I hated the idea of getting up in front of people and talking about my projects. Thanks to Taekwondo and all the people who have supported me, I now can do these things and even help new kids with their show animals. Taekwondo has changed my life in so many ways. It's given me confidence to be able to do things I never thought I could do. It has taught me that if I want something and I work hard for it, I can achieve it. It's also taught me respect and to appreciate for my parents and family and everything they do for me. I would like to thank Master Sam and Isabel for helping me do my best with my forms weapons routines and board breaks. Their encouragement to me and my family has helped to push myself to continue to grow. I'd also like to thank my family for making sure I get to class and encouraging me to continue to do my best, which helps me continue to grow and improve in the things that help me be a better person. Thank you to everyone who has been involved in my achievements and for your support in making it possible for me to be part of something that I love. I would not be here where I am without you.
All right, before we get on to Miss Annika, I do want to say that, again, this is unscripted, so you never know what I'm actually going to say, but I do want to say how proud of all the testers I am, and the Riveras really came through with their second degree test at the actual graduation ceremony. Who was there for that? Anybody? Yeah, it was cool. They came through that weapons routine, just nailed it. All their techniques were just on point. As parents, you know how it is, like when you're preparing your kid for something and then you just never know how they're actually going to perform. As an instructor, that's how I feel about all my students. It's like, I never know what they're actually going to do. We train hard and we see them make mistakes. You're just, oh man, they're going to make those mistakes. And it's always really rewarding to see them get up there and just nail it. And I think the Riveras, when they got up there to perform, they really just nailed it. And I was super proud of them. So next up then, let's have Miss Annika, Newcomer. Come on up here, please.
I was about 3 years old when I started Taekwondo, and now I'm reaching a huge accomplishment. That's a lot of years filled with good memories. I remember struggling with things like board breaking and sports. I remember watching a video that showed me running up to a small cooking bag to do a flying side. Instead of jumping off my base leg, I stopped in front of the bag and simply pushed it over and ran back to do it again. Mr. Ortiz nodded and smiled. He has been very patient with me over the years. It means a lot to have a coach who believes in me and helps me grow as a person and a martial artist. Videos like one I mentioned are fun to look back on because it shows how far I've come. Miss Carla has always encouraged me and been a positive person in my life. Mr. Jordan has been very helpful with sparring. He encouraged me to be on team sparring. I didn't think I would like it, but now I love it. Miss Michelle has been so helpful with learning forms. I am grateful to learn from her because she knows so much about precept. I am grateful for my family and friends at Taekwondo who have supported me, and I'm excited for the new challenges in Black Belt class.
Michelle.
All right, next up then, Miss Ember, Breckenridge. Come on up, please.
Take a page from his book and go a little unscripted. My journey actually started with a Facebook post from Miss Jeanette Johnson. her kids grew up with my kids, and I saw a picture of her one day after sparring, and she was sweaty and smiling, and I wanted to be that, and I really wanted to get out of the gym. I hated the gym, so I needed to find something new. So she said, "You're gonna love Annie Gresham. You should go try it out." So I walked in one day and saw this beautiful player standing there, and there was music playing, and the energy in there was something that I had been wanting for a long time and just missed. And I wasn't ever expecting to get here and get locked out. It wasn't something I thought I could ever do. I have a lot of skeletal issues that I deal with and pain. But it's like a drug now. It's the drug I've been looking for my whole life. And thank you to my family who, even though they ask me every day when I have class, it should seem like they should know by now, but really, really letting me do this and flourishing and development partners. You guys believe in me, and I really appreciate that. And I really couldn't have done this without my ladies. Miss Danielle, Miss Jodie, Miss Jamie, you guys are my rock. And Miss Nelson, you were the first person to teach me any move. So without you guys, I wouldn't be here. And I'm looking forward to the next thing. I'm super excited, and I just really thankful for everything. So thank you, everyone.
For those that don't know, I think very well gonna find out today. I'm a little bit of a baby too.
Yes. I'm not gonna be the last one.
All right, Miss Avery, you're up next again. Come on up here, please.
It started when I saw my friend, and I just started to watch him, and I grew into Taekwondo, and I'm here today, and I'm thankful for my Taekwondo family to come when and I'm thankful for my family who has been proud of me, what I've been through.
Next up, Miss Jamie Daly. Come on up, please.
Okay, I'm going to go slightly scripted, slightly unscripted. Taekwondo started for me when my girls first got into it, and to be honest, I was a little hesitant to have them do that. I grew up in a swimming family, and everybody else's sports were great, but if you weren't doing swimming, you were doing nothing. So I was a little hesitant, but I'm really glad my husband talked me into having them do that. And then I came to a Mother's Day class, I think, and I got my pink belt. And I did the first month, and by the end, I know Miss Wendy was really helping me, and Miss Claire, they were both saying, you know, you should keep going, you should try this out. Okay, I guess you convinced me, and I'm so glad that they did, because this was never really, like 2.5 years ago, if you had told me I was about to get my black belt in Taekwondo, I would have been like, I don't know what you're talking about. You're not talking about me. So this has been a really cool accomplishment for me, because it's completely outside of my comfort zone. Not something I ever would have seen myself do. And I'm so thankful for the ladies that I have worked with. I couldn't have done it without you all of them. There's too many to name, and I'm afraid I'm going to forget people. So I'm not going to do that. And I'm so thankful to my family. my husband taking extra duties in the evening so that I can go to extra classes, you know, going to more than I probably needed. But anyway, wanting to go to lots of classes with my instructors. And this has just been so exciting and I'm just so thankful to be here.
Next up, Mr. Not Nervous Cam Brayson. Come on up here, please.
My journey first started 3 years ago. I don't really know how it started. I don't know how it started.
Next up, Miss Isabella. Come on up, please.
My Taekwondo journey started when I was 6 in Alaska at a gym. And then we moved to Oregon and I saw a Taekwondo studio. I was like, wow, that looks cool. I want to be like a karate kid. So I decided to sign up and I was really excited. And when I started at the same Taekwondo with Mr. Fisher, and then we moved to Happy Valley and it wasn't really a good fit. So I quit. And then I came back towards the middle of quarantine. And my mom, and I was like, you know what, there's nothing better to do, so why not go back and get my black belt, you know, finish what I need to get finished. And my mom texted me Nora, and she got me started back at Gresham. Well, not back, but you know. And I started again, and Isabel helped me a lot when I was trying to relearn the forms, and I'm glad that I got really taught me how to, you know, stick through it. You know, I didn't like that I had to restart. It was embarrassing being a quick belt not doing anything. But I'm glad I did it. So thank you to Ms. Kimura, Mr. Fisher, Master Sam, and
That's a given. That's a given.
Oh, that's it. Are you surprised or, I mean, at this point, you shouldn't be surprised.
We do our best, you know. But next one up then, Mr. Brent Garneau. Come on up, please.
So I'm not really big one on speeches. So this will be quite short. I just like saying my journey started back when I first brought my boys, and they've been at it for far longer than I have, and I'm pushing them. They're black belts too. And I've become a lifelong. This is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. But I like to give thanks for everybody who's ever helped me along the way, anybody who's ever had to help watch my children in the lobbies while I've been teaching. You know, anybody who's ever helped. And it's just been a big help. And Mr. Christian pushed me the rest of the way, and now I'm here. So thank you.
All right, next up, Mr. Josiah Rivera, come on up, please.
Or in front, yeah, like all the way up front. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that part. That's good. I can't wait.
Miss Danielle, come on up, please.
I don't really know. I was just looking to see what was happening down there, because that's what I do. But in case you needed someone to help you manage this. My journey started well before I started with Reese. And now I'm going to cry. He needed this. And a challenging time and provided a safe space. And about a year later, I needed a safe space. And Reese marched up to Master Sam and said, this thing happened and my mom needs to know how to protect her. You need to fix that. And so I started working this class. And my background is in dance. My background is not in sports at all. And I think on the second lesson that we had, she said to me, you're really athletic. And I said, oh, that's not my thing. And he said, no, you are. You should be on that. And about a month later, I took my first class with Newcomer. And I wanted to train. I wanted to be surrounded. And as the months go by, I found out that this was about and this was about. And this is nothing new. At that point, I knew I was the mom that helped out. And you were the first mom that said hi. And it became a friend. And now there's this huge community that has been supporting both of us throughout the years and showing up in all of these amazing ways. And some of my absolute favorites. And so my thank you for just knowing how to show up and knowing how to be there and wrapping my hands to me, even knowing that, because sometimes you just need someone to help. And it's awesome. Thank you.
Mr. Jason Rivera, come on up, please.
We started Taekwondo in 2016. In the beginning, it took a lot of work to get my will. I believe that working hard in Taekwondo means that you have to pay attention, show discipline, and come with all forms and tricks. I also have to participate in some lives and tournaments so I can get my best up. And I completely mentioned is just pretty much amazing. I had to practice so hard to learn this and try to make my stances perfect. I learned that my favorite thing to do is craft. Because I get to keep my nose what I know and practice in Taekwondo. I get to see how you can use those things. During the summers, I learned how to make my hands beat words and body. Do the right thing, so that my form was better. When I started to practice my forms at home, I realized that I've been learning to make my forms, stances, and pictures look much better. Because I learned from home, it helps me learn that being in Taekwondo class is important. I learned more in class, especially staying more focused on what each technique looked like. It took me a long time to get all my belt levels to. It was very hard and made me tired. It took the time. And made it with my first I could get better and with my guys. And with the things this is what came when I was first step when I first started out of school. He helped me and showed me my voice. Thank you, Master Sam, for taking the time to work with me for my kids. And for supporting me. As a girl, for showing me how to do it for my kids. Supporting for helping me do the right stances in my forms and right moves in my kids. Thank you to everybody else for helping me with Taekwondo so I can be better at my forms, kicks, and sparring, and for helping me get my black belt. And also thank you to my dad and all of my family for helping me too.
Miss Toshiko, you'll be up next. Come on down. You're the next contestant on this big black belt street.
I don't want to read the whole thing, but I'm not good at this talking, so I'm going to just sum up my thing. I have been a Taekwondo mom since my two sons started to attend the ninja class around 2016. But my nieces and nephews began taking classes at Taekwondo, Taekwondo around 2013. So I have always considered myself as part of the Taekwondo family, even before my own kids began practice. It has been my pleasure to watch all of them grow in self-control, meaning integrity, and perseverance from not only Taekwondo, but also from their activities. When I look back at my family members who have already earned their black belt before me and think about their journey, I think about this growth. A black belt is a white belt that never quits. I believe this is important to have I believe it is important to have an indomitable spirit to achieve the things people easily quit. Earning a black belt means to show others how individuals can achieve a goal if they have perseverance and an indomitable spirit. And I'm proud to be able to share my Taekwondo experiences to encourage others now. In my Taekwondo journey for myself begins when my daughter attended ninja class when she was almost 3. She was still 2. She was eager to start because she's been watching all the sittings and attend class for a long time. When I first started to attend class regularly, I was planning only to motivate my daughter to keep attending classes, and my hope was that by her watching me attend classes and getting new belts would encourage her to continue attending her class. Testing for a black belt was not my intention at that point. As I started doing advanced belts, I noticed that I could help my sons who are plum belts already with the form that I already knew. So we set a goal to testing for a black belt together as a family in the black belt journey together. I'm thankful that I have had the opportunity to train with my family members, and I couldn't be more proud to say that we tested for a black belt together. I could not have earned the black belt without their encouragement and support. I am grateful for Master Sam Mr. DJ, Mr. Isabel, Mr. Christian, and Mr. Grant for teaching me not only the Taekwondo techniques, but the 5 tenets of success, which is important in our daily lives to be successful. I also want to thank Ms. Bear and all of the staff members, helpers, and the special Taekwondo ladies who train together for always providing a welcome space for everyone, like a big family. I truly think having a great Taekwondo family who support and encourage one another is one of the reasons my family and I enjoy Taekwondo. Thank you very much.
My wife sent me a message, said that Miss Jean may not want to get up here and give a speech, but that's not going to be allowed, man. You know what? You know me better. You can do this. No, yeah, perfect. That's, yeah, don't give a speech. Just come on up. Yeah. You got it.
Okay, I'll tell everybody. Thank you.
Next one up, let's have Mr. Jacob Buren. Come on up, please.
My journey started about when I was 4 years old. After it went on for a few years, I did it with most of my family. And then after a few years, when my sisters were born, we quit for a while, just because we got busy. And then during quarantine, around that time, I got busy. So I was like, you know what, I'll go back. I would like to thank Master Sam, Mrs. Bell, for all the help. Someone helped me reach my goal. I also like to thank Brent for being a great friend and helping me become better. Finally, I would like to thank my family for all their support. I'm so excited to have my black belt, and I can't wait to go even further in this journey. Thank you.
Josiah Rivera, come on up, please.
During my journey of becoming a black belt, I've learned that I must be able to willingly help others. I know I can help others with things like homes, kids, things around our house. If someone asks me if I can help them with something, I need to try to help them if I can. I also learned you must be respectful to parents, your teachers. can be responsible by listening to what people tell me to do. And ask me to do. Some ways I can be responsible is cleaning up my messes or using Taekwondo the right way. Taekwondo has helped me practice self-control by doing the things I should do and by not doing the things I should do. I can show self-control by using Taekwondo as should be. Taekwondo is also that I should push toward my goals, no matter how hard it might be. At the end of each journey, it's all the way out.
Next up on the schedule, we have Miss Jodie Henry. Come on, please.
So my journey began 4 years in January. It started out as walking with my neighbor in the neighborhood and like, we've got to find something to do during the weekend. So we found Taekwondo. They had a group going on, we got uniform, we signed up. And that's the beginning. Over the last 2 years, it's been a struggle for me as well as because I was overweight, very overweight. And so a lot of things were very difficult for me to do. And within this last year, I've taken control of my health and Taekwondo became so much easier. And thank you, Master Sam, for your continuous training, believing in me, knowing that I can do this. I want to thank Christian for all your support during COVID. COVID was not a good time for any of us. And training at home and doing things virtually, to be honest. And they made it well for everybody. I mean, they accommodated everybody and it was perfect. Thank you, my son, for helping me with the hand targets and kicking. Thank my husband for all of his patience and sitting home at night while I was in class. Thank you to all my Taekwondo sisters. I couldn't have done it without you. We know each other, Nelson, everybody, Isabel, Ortiz, everybody. Thank you so much. And I want to thank Ortiz for setting up their school tonight for this occasion. This is very nice. I'm thankful we could do it and be in person so that we can share this moment with everybody. So again, thank you everybody for coming and
Miss Eliana, come on up here, please.
My journey started when I was 4, and Taekwondo has taught me, and I don't really know. I have learned to persevere, and Taekwondo has taught me to be strong, and it's also taught me to speak up. because before I started Taekwondo, I did not talk much in school, except for really at recess and other times. I didn't talk much. So, and I would like to thank my mom I'd like to thank everyone in my family for cheering me on and helping me achieve my black belt. And I would like to thank Mr. Christian for teaching me everything. And yeah.
Obviously, we don't IQ test me a martial arts instructor. All right, it's me too, though. You know, it took me a long time. You did. All right, Miss Christy Rivera, come on up, please, ma'am.
Right, so my black belt journey began with a lot of reluctance. This was something that I didn't want to do week after week, but I went to support my family. My two kids, Marissa and Daly, and my niece, all of the other children here were the ones, and my sister-in-laws and my mother-in-law were the ones that said, "You've got to keep going, you've got to keep going," and so I did. The classes focused on learning forms and kicks. It became somewhat easy to me, but the forms were completely foreign. I'd been in dance as a child, and it was pretty easy. But I soon realized that as an adult, my memory was not as sharp as it once was. I couldn't remember the forms, and I struggled. Discouragement would often sit in, and during this time of discouragement, our family would take some time off from Taekwondo due to some losses. Then COVID hit. During COVID, we actually had classes like Jodie said online with Mr. Ortiz and Mr. Christian. What I didn't realize at the time was that their learning techniques were very different, which actually helped a little bit, helped me remember certain things. Although this was extremely helpful, there was nothing that helped more than a team person. Advancing the belts, competing in tournaments, participating in seminars contributed to the lessening of reluctancy. Practice makes perfect is not just a cliche. It really is true. And although I still feel like I need to practice my forms, I feel more comfortable now than I did when I started. Years ago, my place of work had the opportunity, thanks to Ms. Claire, to utilize the skills of Master DJ in his class. They came every week to my school, every week. They worked with struggling kids. They showed up every week. They were committed to giving back to the community. I've never seen this with such business. How could they give so much time and effort to work with the students in my building without getting any stipend whatsoever? I feel that U.S. World Class Taekwondo not only seeks to help their students attain their black belts, but all of the people involved ensure that every student, from the youngest to the oldest, becomes their best selves. The only reason that I'm here able to receive my belt is to support all the instructors. Each instructor has strengths to contribute to personal growth. My family, from the oldest to the youngest, yes, even little Pat, who's 5, has had to help her auntie too. So thank you to everybody, all the instructors, especially to Pastor Sam for doing all you do, and Ms. Claire for
All right. Well, hopefully that kind of give you an idea of the different journeys and paths that everybody's been on and the accomplishments that everybody's made. It's been huge. Each individual student has their own individual journey and story. It's important. One of the things that I go through like weird cycles in life, like things that I focus on. And my wife agrees, yeah, it's extreme and accessible for different things. And I'm going to talk about some of those things right now. And the reason why is because one of my new philosophies is I need to make important to me what's important to other people. So if it's important to my son, this ridiculous YouTube video and channel, this person that he likes, I make it important to me. One of the things currently in my life that I make important to me is my kids' Pokemon habit. I fulfill that. To them, Pokemon is important. It means cards and slabs, and they've become super important to me too. We invested we've invested in Pokemon a lot. But the joy that comes from them through opening up packs and getting cards, more of the story is I make important to me what's important to them. And for each student that's here, I try to make important to you, whatever's important to you, I try to make important to me. I don't ever try to overlook or think that that's not important. It's not a big deal. Same thing with my kids. They might come to me with a problem or an issue that a lot of people would say, it's not a big deal. Why are you concerned? Why do you even care about it? They care about it. I need to care about it. And so I'd suggest to everybody here that you can start to see things from other people's standpoint and perspective and make important to you what's important to others. I think especially in today's world with the lack of love and caring and concern, that it really helps add a new element to understanding others better. And Ms. Claire, I appreciate everything you've done to make this all happen here today. Thank you very much for putting up with me and all the crazy scheduling. And I'm going to call you out here, I know, but staying out till 2 o'clock this morning to set this all up with Miss Ortiz and the Ortiz family to make this all happen, and just the planning and scheduling that all goes on behind it. I really appreciate you making important everybody here. I know behind the scenes you help me understand their perspective and standpoint, what everybody else is going through. A lot of times you guys share with Claire things that are going on and happening in your lives. And she does take it super serious. She makes important to you and makes it important to her. She helps make sure everybody's taken care of. And for that, I thank you and I appreciate it. I want to say thank you also to everybody behind the scenes that makes things happen and puts up with me. Miss Isabel, thank you very much for always being there for me and for all the students here to make it happen. Mr. Christian, our instructors. We have so many people that are part of the team. And really, as we look around here today, everybody's a part of that team. Everybody chips in when they can and how they can in any way, in every way they can. And I greatly appreciate it. Each family individually just chips in where and how they can. So I thank everybody for making that all happen. Anything else I'm missing here, Miss Claire, before we finish this up and close it out?
I have a few announcements, but after you.
Party
at the Ortiz. I mean, we're
Party at the
here.
Ortiz. Yeah, we're here. We're gonna make it happen. All right. Well, thank you again, you guys, for coming tonight and helping celebrate everybody's successes here on and off the mats. And my goal and hope is moving forward, we can continue to help you reach goals, whatever that may be. That reminds me is like this week we had an opportunity we went and saw a movie with some people. Anyways, my point is on this one. It was neat just being able to talk about goals, future, things we want to do together. And my big concern for everybody that I work with and teach is I want to be a part of that. I never want to not be a part of somebody's learning, progress, games, and accomplishments that they're going to do in life. So please make sure to send me the invitations to whatever else you guys end up doing. We look forward to working and training with everybody to their next levels and degrees. So thank you very much, Mr. DJ.